To create your A6 matte vellum envelopes, you will need a paper cutter, a laminator, 3mm matte laminate sheets, 5mm matte laminate sheets, a hole puncher, and you'll also need vellum paper. All these items are in my Amazon storefront link. The link is in the description below if you guys need help finding them.
You want to go inside of Canva and you want to search for a US letter. You want it in the landscape, so you're going to resize it. Oh, actually, no, what am I saying? The landscape is for the A7 wallets, my bad. So you want to keep it in this orientation, and then you want to type your 3 categories or your 3 labels for your envelopes. Now, one sheet of paper is going to give you 3 envelopes. So me personally, I don't use boxes and lines. I literally just line up my words just the way you see me doing them in the video. I don't use no boxes, no measurements, no this, no that. I literally just do one in the top, one in the middle, and one almost to the bottom. And then I just use my reference lines to center them and to line them up on the page. So this is just me changing the font size, you know, like making it the way I want it. This is going to be blank background envelope, so minimalist style. If you wanted to add patterns, you would just go to elements and add your pattern to the background, and just turn down the transparency of the background or of the pattern so it doesn't overpower your words. But it is this simple. All you have to do is type your label, pick a font, use the line references to center them, to line it up. See what I'm doing here? Just using my line references that Canva gives. See, this is a little off, so I'm going to move over the bottom one to make sure that it's centered. Now it's perfect. So once you do that, you just want to add a name, and then you want to download it as a PDF print file. And then once you download it as PDF print, it's time to print. So send it to your laser printer and get it printed on your vellum paper to actually begin the making process.
So after you have designed your envelope and you have sent your design to your laser printer to get printed on the vellum paper, your design should come out of your vellum paper looking something like this. Now we're going to cut. The size that I do for A6 matte vellum envelopes is 8 inches. No, my bad. 8 centimeters by 17 centimeters. That's the size that I do. So let's cut that to that size. We're going to cut off the edge first, just a little bit off of the edge, and then you're going to go to 17 centimeters, which is right here. Line it up at 17. Now, I normally use my judging to see if it looks equal to me, and if it does, I just go in and cut. It normally do. By doing this a lot, you know, I'm kind of used to it, so it's easy for me to judge it. So cutting this direction, you want to line it up at 8 centimeters, which is right here, and cut. So once you cut it at 8 centimeters, it should look like this. This is what you should get. And this is basically the size of your envelope, right? We can cut a little bit more off of this. 8 centimeters. And 8 centimeters. So you should have something like this. One vellum sheet give you 3 pieces, and one laminating sheet also give you 3 pieces as well. So now we're going to go for our 3mm matte laminate sheet, and we're going to cut. These are just decoys. I don't need them. I'm just doing it for the video, so I'm only going to make one just to show you guys. So here we have our sheet. you want to cut, this is a piece of laminate sheet that I had saved back, but you want to pull for your 3 mil laminate sheet, and you want to cut that to 17 centimeters, the same length that you just cut your vellum. And then in this direction, instead of 8 centimeters that you cut your vellum, you want to bring it to 8.5. You want that extra space at the edge to make sure that once your vellum is sealed, when you cut into it to allow the envelope to open up, it's not going to open up the section where the vellum is sealed in, and then you just have a disaster. What will happen is, if you don't leave that little section at the front to cut into to open your envelope, what's going to happen is when you start opening your envelopes, you might open up the section where the vellum is sealed into, and then it will just open up the whole thing where you can see and feel and touch the vellum. So that's something that you don't want. So that's why you want to leave that extra little inch at the beginning, so that way you can cut into that instead of cutting into the vellum. So once we have this piece, these are your 2 parts. So you have your vellum and you have your 3 mil. Now we're gonna go for our 5 mil laminated sheet. We're going to open her up. Now with the 5 mil sheet, you can put 3, you can get 3 envelopes in here. You can put one here, and turn the other one long ways and put it in the bottom. But today we're only gonna make 1. Before you do that, you wanna open up your 3 mil laminating sheet that you just cut out. You want to open that up. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. You want to open it up and you want to turn it the opposite directions where the shiny side is facing, or in this case the matte one doesn't really have a shiny side, so just open it up and turn it the opposite direction. You're going to take your vellum and you're going to place your vellum this direction all the way down to the edge of it. And once you do that, you should have that little space at the top. So once you turn it this direction, you bring it all the way to the edge, and then you'll have that extra space at the top. Now you want to slide it in and make sure you leave at least ½ inch or ½ inch for where you're going to punch your hole. So see, I'm leaving my space here. I'm using my cutting board because for some reason the white with the white is getting blurry with my camera, so I'm leaving the cutting board so that you guys can see. So this is what it should look like inside of your laminate sheet. If you were doing 3 envelopes, you would put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 turning the other direction here to make 3. Now we're gonna run it through the laminating machine. Once you run it through your laminator, it should look something like this. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut it out. So you want to cut the end as close to where it's sealed as possible, but be sure that you're not cutting into the seal, because if you cut into the seal, that's you basically cutting into the envelope. So after you cut it like that, you want to turn it this direction, and your little piece that you left in the top right here, you can still see it. You're going to cut into your little piece that you left of the 3 mil, the extra little 8.5 that we did. You're going to cut into your 3 mil. You're not going to cut into your vellum. If you look closely, this is your vellum, this is your 3 mil, this is your 5 mil. So you want to cut into your 3 mil, not into the vellum. Once you cut into your 3 mil, you'll still be able to see at the edge a little piece of it. Okay, so that's going to help the envelope to seal, so that when you open it, it never opens into the vellum. Now you want to bring it to 10 centimeters. Cut. I'm just going to straighten my edges. Okay, your envelope should look like this when it's done. Now you just want to punch your holes into your section right here and you're all done. So this is my hole puncher. I'm going to bring it to personal, which is A6 personal. That's the size that fits into your binder, your A6 binder. Then I'm going to adjust the little lever and I'm going to punch my hole. When you punch your hole, it should look like this. And then when you open your envelope, it should open like this. It should open with ease. You shouldn't have no problems to open it up. And then you'll see that the vellum is nicely secured inside of the 3mm. So when you open it up, at no point will your vellum open up as well, because you left your extra little space at the top so that it's protected. So this is how you make your A6 envelopes, the updated version. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that I was able to help you out, and I will see you in the next one.